Hi, and welcome to the next topic of this module. Now in this topic, we will learn about what are various types of layouts that are used in JavaFX. Now the layout in JavaFX is officially known as the containers. So a container is something that contains something within itself. So what are the various commonly used containers in JavaFX? So first of all, the most basic one is the pane, then we have the grid pane, VBox and HBox. Now there are various other containers or layouts in JavaFX, but those are out of scope for this course. In this course, we are going to focus on these four layouts. So first of all, let us now proceed and check out what is a pane in JavaFX. So within our JavaFX application, navigate to application layout.fxml and then move to scene builder. Now here in the previous topic, we already defined a pane. For the sake of simplicity, let us remove it and let us start fresh. So right click and click on delete. So this will delete everything. Now this window is basically known as the palette. Now the palette contains all the containers, controls, menu, miscellaneous, shapes and so on. And using this palette, you have to design your application layout. Now the first thing that you need in your application is the container or the layout. So at the top we have the containers section, and within this we have a lot of layout present here, such as border pane, button bar, dialog pane, flow pane, grid pane, edge box pane and so on. There are a lot of layout. Each has its own specification and features, and all these containers are present in the alphabetical order. So our destiny is pane. So let us select this pane and drag and drop it either here or here. In both ways it is okay. So simply drag and drop it. Now when you select this pane, in the middle window you will find its layout, how it will look like when we run our application. Now whenever any element is selected on this window, such as if I have selected pane, then in the middle window it will show some blue marker that will help you to modify your selected element. As for example, here this pane is selected. So in the middle window, you will find the blue marker here, here, in the edges and the corners. So I will now resize my pane. Now if you notice, when I am resizing my pane, this pop-up comes up that will show you the preferred width and preferred height. So as soon as I am modifying its height and width, it is actually showing some changes. If I leave it at some point, then you can notice we have basically modified the dimension of the pane. And if you select the pane, then in the extreme right we have another window that has the properties at the top. Then we have the layout. Then we have the code section. Now if you notice, when we select this pane, it is showing that properties of the pane, layout for the pane, code for the pane. If you deselect it by clicking somewhere else here or here, then if you notice on the right, that pane is actually gone. Now within the properties, we don't have anything here. Within the layout as well, we don't have anything here. But if you select the pane here on the left hand side, then it will show all the properties that you can modify from this window. Now if I select this layout here, then you will find the width and height section here. So let us modify the minimum width. If you notice here, we have used preferred size, and the preferred width and preferred height, we have actually defined it here. Preferred width and preferred height. Now if I try to change the preferred width to, let's say, 500, then nothing happens here, just because the cursor is still blinking here. So the IntelliJ IDE should know that you are done modifying your preferred width property. So for that, click somewhere here, outside this text field. Click here. So now the width of the pane has changed to 500 pixel. And let us modify its height to, let's say, 600. Let us again click somewhere else to save it. and now the height has changed to 600. Let us revert it back to, let's call it 400, click somewhere else, and we are now back to 400. Now what about the minimum width and maximum width? And also minimum height and maximum height? If you notice, there is some option to modify. There is a drop down menu that shows use computed size and use preferred size. If you select the preferred size, then in the runtime your application will try to resize your pane as per your preferred width and preferred height. Now if you select use computed size, then in the runtime your application will try to get the best possible width. Similarly here as well, if I change this to use computed size, then your minimum height will be the best possible size available in the runtime. And also notice that on the right hand side we have a icon that looks similar to the settings icon. If you click here, then you will find reset to default, which is disabled in my case, because by default the value of minimum width is use computed size. Now if you come down to max width and max height, you will notice same icon here. If you click here and change to reset to default, then it will automatically set to use computed size. So in the runtime, the maximum width for this pane will be the best possible width available at that time. And similarly here as well, let us change it to default, use computed size. So this is how we modify the properties of whatever element that we have on the left hand side here.